I run through space and walk through time. I visit corners of my mind. You hear me? Just a few of us. Cause I came down to talk to you. It's the remix. They say as above, also below. I've been confused, but now I know. I've been blind, but now I see. For just a few of us. You hear me? Stillness, abundance, love, and light, health, and wholeness. Stillness and abundance, love, and light, health, and wholeness. Stillness and abundance, love, and light, health, and wholeness. I hope all is well with everybody and all is well with everybody. You hear me? Very interesting day today. I don't know everything, but I do know. I got to speak to somebody today. At least this day that we call today. So we could put all the crystals on. We could wear all the spiritual garb or clothing. We could regurgitate all the lessons that those before us, all the teachings that those before us taught already. And then wonder why it ain't nothing new under the sun. Cause ain't nobody did nothing different, so I came. We can look all the parts, we can portray all the parts, but at the end of the day, we're gonna need more than third dimensional spirituality. We're gonna need more than 3D spirituality. You hear me? We're gonna need people that's able to bring in those higher frequencies and light codes from the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, so forth and so on. You hear me? With that in mind, why did you choose to be here? Why did you choose to be you? Why did you choose this time? See, rather it's in a dialogue or music. If you're gonna blame anybody, don't blame me. Blame the muses. You hear me? I just download what they give me and figure out ways to use it. And that's why we here. You heard? Why did you choose the genetic line that you came through? Following that, I want to ask, what energies are you purging from the human bloodline you appeared through on this earth at this time? What have you been cooking up for karma? Good, evil, or indifferent? Choose one. You can't have them all. You hear me? That's a trick. That was a trick. So that's why they want me to remind us of some things. See, all the shit most people entertain or find entertainment in, usually, if you pay close attention, you will discover that that's their way of escapism. But this shit right here, this conversation we about to have right now, this how you get out. This how you get free. This how you get healed. You hear me? Now who ready to stop running? Because if that's you, you're now in the place to be. See, I see the person in people that most people, or I said, let me rephrase that. I see the person in people that people don't see in themselves. And that's not something that you could be taught. That's something that you had to come here with. And since it's Halloween month, it ain't no better time than now to snatch off some masks. You hear me? And address the spooks. We healing. We moving on with no triggers, with no resentments, no fuck shit built up to pop up later on. And we're using our shadow to do that. We healing our shadow. We working with our shadow, side by side with it. And that's important because by embracing our shadow, or by embracing our shadow side, and heal, we able to have a great balance between our masculine and feminine, our yin and yang, you know, our angel and demon, so forth and so on. We'll have balance between the two. And that's the whole point. If you don't listen, you're gonna miss it. That's the whole point. And when you at the highest point, or when you in the highest space of that point, you got it. And it become clear that everybody else fighting with themselves. So can I ask y'all some questions? What they gonna do when you ain't around to give them that knowledge, wisdom, and understanding to things that they be going through? What you gonna do if it's you? What they gonna do when you no longer there, when you no longer around to help them navigate through their relationship issues? What you gonna do? What they gonna do when they can no longer live behind the umbrella of being connected to you, being connected to me? What you gonna do? What they gonna do when all the negative energy they sent to you now return upon them and their loved ones? What you gonna do? What they gonna do when you have healed and they can't feed off your fears no more? Your fears of rejection, your fears of abandonment, your fears of trauma, your fears of being by yourself, your fears of not having enough. What you gonna do? Your fear of trauma? What can you do? What they gonna do when they can't keep you stuck? Because they don't want to heal from their shit. But you did. What they gonna do? See, what they gonna do when the day come that they can't handle what they put out? What are you going to do? See, I asked y'all, can I ask y'all some questions that I asked myself? And even if I left the ask myself part out, I'm making it known now. Can I ask y'all some questions that I asked myself? See, when it comes to shadow work, family, this is how you get it done. You can't play, you can't pretend, you can't fake. You can do that out there in the streets and, you know, in your places of employment and, you know, the clubs or wherever you find yourself hanging at when you hanging with them things that you hanging with that you probably shouldn't be hanging with in the first place because it'll leave you hung up, drained out, and dried up. You hear me? Yeah. You can't talk to it. See, you have to take a lot of help to go through, to get to it. You hear me? And I carry the whole bloodline to get to it. You hear me? On my back. I carry the whole bloodline to get to it on my back. And I've been through it. The thing is, I ain't get stuck. I recognized real quick early on that once I was here, it was some things that I need to remember by the things that I was experiencing. And I came here and I remember, so I could put myself back together, just like some of y'all doing. See, I'm a big generational curse breaker, and I ain't afraid to say it. I carried the whole bloodline on my back, cause it was no one else that came before me that acquired and had access to the downloads that I just so happened to come here with. So that gave me a whole responsibility once I realized what I recognized in my awakening. You hear me? So hopefully I'll be an inspiration and a motivation to somebody that hold that same obligation concerning the family that they allowed themselves to be birthed through, to purge out and clean out some things. Whether you biologically belong to that family or that's just the family that you chose to come through. If you don't listen, you're gonna miss it. This high, this upper room knowledge I'm dropping. You hear me? You know, everybody not the same. The more I express the divine aspects of my mind, you know, we gonna all know that. Just like some of y'all, I manifested through a cursed bloodline to clean up some shit. You know, why those who I was supposed to be helping, as they assisted me and didn't know it, for this mastery that I'm able to present to y'all, was supposed to be cleaning up their shit. They kept building that shit up. I was cleaning it up. You hear me? I was cleaning it up. I ain't come here to stack up no karmic debt. You hear me? I came here to get rid of it. You heard? And we wonder why the toxic cycles keep repeating themselves in our lives. We wonder why something in our soul just not right. Well, maybe, hopefully, some of the things that y'all hear will help you recognize why. You know? As y'all heard me say before, I love having conversations because conversations reveal so much about us, but not the us that we really think we be exposing, the part of us that we think nobody see. You hear me? If you're authentic, you ain't gotta be perfect, but you gotta be yourself. You heard? Students in abundance, love and light, health and wholeness. You know, find your own way, and in doing that, become your own way. Keep your energy clear, keep your energy purified, keep your sage going, your Palo Santo, your sea salt baths, your smudge sprays, your incense, you know, your meditations, your prayer, your affirmations, your decrees, your declarations. Do what you do to be where you're supposed to be in order to get where you see yourself going. I love y'all, family. Thanks for the likes, shares, unlikes, new subscribers, unsubscribers, passerbys, peekaboos, and so forth and so on. I love y'all. Salute.